Hey guys, it's me again, and I am back with another video for War Part 2. I'm going to go ahead and change the YouTube titles. They'll all start with Rogue Riders instead of War. Feel free to post your comments, your questions below, or contact me on the email provided. It's never hurts to ask questions and stuff. If I know the answers to them, I will answer them. And if I don't, we will try to find them together. So War Part 2. Okay, I wanted to go over maps a little bit more again. Basically, you know, what the size of them is. Basically, there's all these little squares here, you know, represent one, and there's 100 by 100 of them on there. There's 5 different difficulty levels. So basically they put 1 to 10 clans on each map, depending on how many trophies they score during regular gameplay, which they call tryouts. So for us, if we have 3,000, we would be putting the lowest map difficulty. You know, if we had 10,000, you know, we'd probably put on the highest difficult. So that just lets you kind of know what's out there and what kind of competition we're facing. So don't feel bad when we lose, because we're going to lose a lot in the beginning. We're not, you know, probably not going to win a war. It's not because we suck or because our clan sucks. It's just because of the fact that we're level, you know, 50 tops, and they're, you know, they're level 100. So they're gonna, you know, they're always gonna win at this point. We have to get up to their level, you know, the level of that map, in order to you know, beat any kind of competition. In fact, you'll notice in war they usually just go right around us, you know, and that's what you want to do anyways, if possible, because you don't want to have more battles than you have to get to the outpost, you know. So here's what we got. What I want to talk about today is you know, that the middle square here. I only have screenshot. We're not at war right now, so I can't show you, live. However, I can show you my screenshots. So basically on the map here, we have on the side you'll see letters, and down below you'll see numbers, and that's, you know, just basic map reading. It's you know, CL14, you know, is right here. I mean, and that way you can communicate with other people and tell them where you're located at on the map. So that way they can find you if you want to use you know, an artifact or something to get to them, then you can, things like that. So the square you start on, that green one in the middle, you know, that's 1 to 5 players will be there. I've told you that, I think, before. 1 to 5 of our clan members will be on that green square to start off with. And basically they'll just do it at random. It's not, you know, you can't pick a buddy, or you can't pick a clanmate to go be with. I mean, they just throw you out there, and they do group all your clans together in these little sections of orange squares, like I was just showing you back here. You know, these are all going to be my clan. That you know, nobody else's clan's going to show up. They're all around us, probably everywhere, but they're not going to show up until we get to them, or where we can see them within our radius, our sight radius of the orange squares. So that's where you start out at, and nobody can occupy it. Nobody can own that green square in the middle. Nobody can own this square. Any clan can pass through it, do it through movement. Doesn't matter. So that's just a no man's land type thing. But they have to fight if they're going to go through your squares, of course. Your own, they call them locations. So basically, you got the 5 levels of difficulty of maps. So there's 5 different maps, up to 10 different clans per map. We went over that. So another thing is moving players. When you want to move, you know, you attack. Let's say you attack here. You know, you want to. You know, say I attack here, you know, or here, and I want to move. You know, you're gonna have to go to that square. You're gonna have to click that square, and it will say, you know, move player if it's available, and it will give you a time. Basically, it takes 1 minute per square. So if you move from 1 square, it's 1 minute. You want to move 2 squares, it's you know, it's going to be 2 minutes, and so on and so forth. You know, they make you take that time. You can't attack during that time or anything like that. So, let's see here, what else we got. Now, what happens if this has happened a lot in the past? What happens if you're the only one on a square and you're, you know, either that or you got more people on your starting point, you know, than that aren't attacking. They're not replying. They're not, you know, they don't even know war's going on as far as they're concerned. So, what do you do then? Well, you kind of just got to tough it out. So you got to either get yourself to a square with an artifact that, you know, that you can let your player move, or you're going to have to, you know, just fight your way to an outpost or to where somebody else is that is actually playing. I don't like it when this happens. When in the beginning it doesn't matter. We're not going to win. I mean, this is all practice, and that's fine. But at some point, I will require that people participate more, or let me know they're not going to, or I'll just kick them out because it just sucks for everybody else. It ruins everybody else's day when they're trying to fight, and they got 5 people or 4 people with them, and nobody's even paying attention. So there's no alerts for war. I mean, it doesn't. You just have to go to the war button every time. You know, every time you log on or whatever, and check it, and it will have a countdown timer. You need to be there when that timer counts down if our clan has over 3,000 trophies, because we're going to be in war then. Please understand that it's so irritating. You know, sitting there and just trying to fight your way out of there by yourself, and it's almost impossible at this point because we're such a low clan. So that's one thing about that. Now, when you attack, I was telling you, I think, you know, let's say you do your attack and you do a double attack. You know, with you and another person just, you know, bombard this one base. So whose base gets, you know, left on it after you gain your 1 star to complete it, to beat it? Well, whoever was the one that got the star, whoever was the one that, you know, that during the attack actually took the whole base, that's the person's base that will be left on it. However, anybody can place defensive mines, traps, you know, bombs, and soldiers on that base. And it doesn't matter where they're at on the map, they can go click on it and they can drop them for you, because they do cost electricity. You need to have a good stockpile of electricity when you go into war. If you plan on, you know, if we plan on defending any of our bases, you can't move any buildings on your mirrored base. So basically, once it mirrors a base for you, the buildings are where they're at, unless you change them in your regular gameplay. That's just kind of where they're at, and you have to put down the traps and stuff like that, and that's all you can do, and soldiers. So, what, you know, when you do that, what's the best soldiers to leave behind? You know, to have to defend your base. Well, the best soldiers are throwers or fire starters, or something they can shoot over the walls without having to engage the enemy, and take out more of them that way. Or hippie mobile, or something like that, something that can fly and not take much damage, or I mean take a lot of damage. That's another one. Hippie mobile is probably one of the better ones that I know of. So, you know, use those troops. Hippie mobile is fairly expensive. Fire starters are fairly expensive. You know, and early on, the throwers might be all right to use because they're cheap. But later on, you're gonna have some bigger and better troops to put, you know, to lay down. So don't give crappy troops, soldiers or something, to somebody else's base to defend it. You're gonna have, like, you know, if you get on a good run, you're gonna have 14 bases behind you, mirrored bases behind you that are yours, and, you know, you're gonna want to have, you know, no weak spots for any other clan to come take on their way to the same outpost that you're on. Your way to, excuse me. If you want to get bonus troops, if you're not doing well, I mean, if you're by yourself, whatever, you want to go ahead and you can play the go into the attack button in your regular base screen, and you can go ahead. See if I have a picture of it. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Okay, nope. So anyways, okay, well, you go into your attack screen and you go to the single missions. Single missions, if you get 3 stars on any of the single missions, they will give you troops that you can also take into battle besides your donated troops. So remember that they're pretty much free. You don't, it don't cost you anything to fight the single missions. They give you a certain amount of troops, and you attack a certain base, and you take 3 stars, and boom, you get extra troops. So do that, and then you'll have it more in your army, and you'll be more powerful. And sometimes there's some badass troops in there too, honestly. So go ahead and try that out. Especially when people can't donate to you and you want to attack, you can do that too. Now, and make sure you help others if they need help. I mean, if they don't have, you see some bases out there on their squares that aren't covered, cover them for them. If you can, don't kill yourself doing it. I mean, but just try. Let's see what else I got here. Oh yeah, outposts. Now, you hear outpost, 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 but I don't think I've talked anything about these outposts. They are what is necessary to win a war, and you also get 100 gems for the clan, I think, per outpost. So you get 10 outposts, you get 1,000 gems for the clan, and I think they separate them or something. Oh wait, hold on. Base fortification I was talking about just a second ago. Just found something. The base fortification, don't worry about it right now. Only when we can go in and we can actually, be a competition to these to the other clans, because right now you're just wasting your money. They're not even going to attack us, so don't worry about it. I'll let you guys know when base fortifications need to be done. So back onto the outpost. I think, have a picture of an outpost somewhere. Maybe. Oh, hold on, this might take a second to find it. I use screenshot a lot. It really helps when I'm doing videos and stuff. So, especially for war, because it's not always happening, Come on, I'll know it right when I find it. It's here somewhere. What was that? That right there. This is what an outpost looks like, guys. Okay, and that's what we need to take, and we need to hold on to till the end of war. You must have it in your possession at the end of war in order for it to count for us. The clan that has the most outposts, they win. So the outpost, when you attack it and you take it, it will not mirror your base on there. It'll remain the same outpost that it was when you attacked. However, the 2 squares around the outpost and the radius around the outpost, they will become your mirror base. So that way you can defend it, you got to hold on to them suckers, though, because some clans will come and try. Everybody's going for the outpost, so, just remember that. Sometimes it's good to have the person that's in your group, if they're attacking along with you, to be the one to get the stars, or the 1 star, the 2 stars it takes to get an outpost, but and that way their bases are left around it, instead of your base if you're a weaker clan member, which is fine. It happens. And it does only take 1 star to take any of the other squares besides outposts. So you don't really have to get 3 stars on every attack or any attack. And another thing I want to talk about real quick is the artifacts. There are 2 types of artifacts. First type you can use on the map, like let's say the parachute. That's one of them. And then there's another one, another couple that you can use in battle. So you use them right before battle. It'll say, let's see here if I can find it. Anyways, I'll give you an opportunity before you attack to use an artifact that will lower their defenses or whatever it might be. Get your artifacts, use them. Definitely the parachute one, because that makes you able to fly to any clan-owned square and be with another person, somebody else that might want to actually play or attack or whatever. So, but for right now, I mean, you guys, I don't require it. I'm not requiring more participation. But like I said, it will come a time when I do, and I will post notes on the clan chat. And people, it's so important to check that clan chat every time you come on. I'm going to leave instructions on there. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to, all that kind of stuff. You need to, be able to know this stuff. And if you don't, you end up getting left out, and then everybody else gets pissed, and then you end up, I end up having to kick you out, and I don't like that. So, just it's easy to just go over and click and check it real quick, and then go back to whatever you were doing. It's not a big deal. So, we need communication, or we'll never be a successful clan. That's about the bottom line. So, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.